Trump went on. I don't seek advantage, I seek peace. He disrespected this. Soon after Trump's tweet on Truth Social, Zelensky's motorcade arrived at the White House, marking negotiations as over. Trump cancels negotiations with Zelensky, accuses him of not being ready for peace. President Trump on Friday cancelled negotiations with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to bring an end to the war in Ukraine following a heated Oval Office meeting during which the two presidents clashed over US aid to Kyiv. We just had a very significant meeting at the White House today. There was much learned that could never be known without discussion under such pressure and heat, Trump tweeted on Truth Social following the meeting. Amazing what comes out with emotion, and I have concluded that President Zelensky is not ready for peace if America is included, because he believes our inclusion gives him a huge advantage in negotiations, Trump went on. I don't seek advantage, I seek peace. He disrespected the United States of America in its beloved Oval Office. He can return when he is ready for peace. Soon after Trump's tweet on Truth Social, Zelensky's motorcade arrived at the White House, marking negotiations as over. The two leaders had also been set to share a joint press conference and sign an agreement providing the US with access to Ukraine's access to critical minerals supply later in the day. The press conference was cancelled, and the minerals agreement was not signed. Trump's tweet followed an extraordinary exchange in the Oval Office where the president and vice president once took shots at Zelensky, calling him ungrateful to the United States and lacking leverage in negotiations. The session, which started amicably with Trump complimenting the courage of Ukrainian soldiers, went awry when Zelensky questioned Vance for proposing that a diplomatic resolution be achieved with Russian President Vladimir Putin to bring an end to the war. Zelensky then presented years of Putin forcefully seizing Ukrainian land, reneging on past ceasefires and not releasing prisoners. I am referring to the type of diplomacy that's going to put an end to the devastation of your nation, Vance replied. I think it's inappropriate for you to be coming to the Oval Office in an attempt to litigate this before the American press. At the moment, your fellows are running around and pushing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower issues. You ought to be thanking the president for attempting to bring an end to his war. Zelensky then hinted that the United States did not yet feel the consequences of war in Ukraine due to geography but would feel them later, triggering Trump. Don't tell us what we're going to feel because you're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel, Trump replied. We're going to feel very good and very strong. You're right now not in a very good position. You don't have the cards presently. With us, you begin having cards, Trump exclaimed, pointing towards Zelensky and increasing his pitch. You are betting with the lives of millions of individuals. You are betting with World War III, and what you're doing is quite disrespectful to the nation, this nation, that supported you a lot more than a great many individuals stated they ought to have. The tensions have been ratcheted up between Trump and Zelensky in the past few weeks after the US president referred to the Ukrainian president as a dictator without elections, who had done a terrible job. Trump recently implied that Ukraine was responsible for the initiation of the war with Russia. Zelensky replied that Trump was residing in a disinformation space. Trump had mellowed his language before Zelensky's visit following recent meetings with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer and French President Emmanuel Macron, who both emphasized the importance of a lasting peace deal which would discourage future Russian aggression.